I don't think a lot of people are going to like what I have to share, but it needs to be said. So here we go. Hi, my name is Tahila, and I am a couples counselor turned coach. I've seen couples and individuals regarding relationships for the last 10 years. And what I want to talk about today is micromanaging. So, what we tend to do is what I see, and this is now talking to women especially. There's always exceptions, and there's times when this is role reversed. But what I often find is that I speak with and work with, and I've dealt with it myself, many, many women who crave more leadership from their men, more involvement from their partners, from like that their husbands step in and do more. And yet I have noticed that there is an underlying current of do more but my way. And from what I've seen with a lot of men that I've worked with is that there's this pushback for a complete emasculation because they step away completely and they don't do anything because it's constantly, I want you to help but this way, and there's no room for them. So the micromanaging of how they do things tends to get to a place where it either then becomes a fight or they just withdraw and, well, if you're so good at it, do it yourself. And lots of women end up then doing it themselves. I I have done it myself. I still catch myself sometimes, wanting to step in and never do it this way or do it that way. I do feel that it comes from a sincere space where you want it to flow, you want best for your kids, you might have done more research than your partner has. But the problem with it is, like I've said, is that it causes pushback or the person backing off completely. So what I want to ask is to be honest with yourself and notice if that's something you do. Do you ask them to do it? And then you're like, oh, I should not like that. Like, I wanted to do it like this, or I need you to do it like this, or you're supposed to be doing it like this. So where can we drop the reins and give it to them more? Hand over that ball that you're juggling and say, there we go, figure it out. Or if there's, having the discussions, where do you need to have discussions and say, this is why this is important? Like if your partner has no idea how to pack a dishwasher and just sticks the things on top of each other, like that sort of thing, it's not going to work. So you might want to say, oh, awesome. Thank you so much for taking the lead here. I've figured out some really cool ways to pack that dishwasher. If you want me to show you, I'm happy to help. Otherwise, to back off where you can. I noticed, for example, when I was invited to the States to go and attend a couples therapist conference. And for 10 days, I had to leave my kids, and they were 2 and 3 at the time. We were co-sleeping, so we were really close-knit, and I had their schedules worked out to a T. You can imagine the 2-year-old and the 3-year-old really needing to know the nap times. And it was like, as the one wakes up, the other one goes down and all those things. So I was very scheduled, very proper, handed over the list to my husband and said, please, these are the things, these are the formulas, these are the, this is how much food, this is packed there. And he didn't follow any of them, but the kids were amazing. They were happy. They were, obviously when I came back, there was sleep patterns that we had to bring in. But the point is that they were alive and they were happy. And it helped me to see that even though these routines and schedules help me and my navigating, it's not as life or death as I was expecting. And it gave my husband a chance to really, be present and parent with the kids without me micromanaging and the effect that it could have on their relationship. So this is a long talk, but I really want you to take into consideration, are you micromanaging what you're handing over? And how can you perhaps do this in a way that praises and invites more interaction rather than that stops him and makes him back off? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you've got any feedback or comments, just drop them below and I will read each and every one of them personally and get back to you. Cheers.